People, it's me, Kinghuman. Listen up. I'm going to educate you, and I'm going to make you some money if you just open your mind. Some of you people make me mental. But I can't go off on a rant right now. I have to stay on topic and stay focused. So, what's doing? Okay, a lot of you guys want to write your own book and make money with it. Now, I did this back in the day, and I made bank with ebooks. But whether you want to write an ebook or a physical book, you have to realize something. You can't just write a book on how to do this or how to do that or whatever, even, you know, your fantasy book, whatever your book is about. You can't just think you're going to write a book, put it on Kindle, and it's going to make you a bunch of money on autopilot. It just doesn't work that way. This is a product like anything else. Whether you created it or somebody else created it, this is something that you need to market if you're going to make money. It won't come out. All right. So what's the deal? Sit down, you put all this time into writing this book, you think it's a great thing, but the marketplace is huge. So you have to attract attention to your book. You have to get eyeballs on your book. So how do you do that? How do you become huge? How do you make money with your book? Well, I'm going to suggest two things. If you want to make huge money, this is the route you take. Hopefully, you'll be successful at it. First of all, you do a press release. Now, if you don't know what a press release is, and you don't know how to put one out, and you don't know how to distribute one, you're sitting in front of a computer with a search engine. Google is your friend. Don't email me and ask me to do the research for you and hand you all the little fiddly bits, because I don't do that. I think it's important for you guys to do your own research because it gives you good work habits. It teaches you to be independent, not dependent on somebody else to feed you the minutia of how to accomplish a task. Okay, that was a digression, but it needs to be said. Some of you people are driving me crazy. Basically, you're asking me to do all your research and all your work for you, and I'm digressing on a digression. So, research, doing a press release. Basically, a press release is something you send out to the media, and it basically does their work for them, because they're a bunch of lazy turds. They want all the answers, they want all the research done for them. So you basically say, hey, look, this is what I got. It's a great book. You give them the who, the what, the where, the why, the when, the how. You give them everything on that book. And hopefully the media will do a blurb on it, whether it's a blurb in the news, a blurb on their website, a blurb on the thing. If you really want to get big, here's what you really want to do. You want to hire a publicist that will get you on talk shows where you can talk about your book, the merits of your book, what it does, all that stuff, and you can do a book tour. If you really hit it hard and you hit the golden jackpot, you end up on Oprah, and then you've become a gazillionaire, and you know, I expect my royalty check from you, so get on that. But I'm going to tell you this, you know, if you want to make money, you can do this. I'm telling you, everybody has a book inside them. They just need to bring it out and flesh it out. By the way, for my Kinghuman Elite students, you know, this is a good exercise for you guys to do. Because in this month's Money Pages, February 2017, because most people don't look at when these videos are posted. Okay, don't digress, Dave. Stay on topic. I posted a course on how to flesh out your book, because a lot of people have trouble going through the process. This tool I posted will take you step by step through the process of how to flesh out your book. And again, that's in the February Money Pages. So look for that, Kinghuman Elite members. All right, now that you're motivated and you know you've got a book in you and you're ready to do it, you're ready to flesh it out, you want to start doing this, you have to kind of think of a direction to go. Now, I had people, first of all, okay, let me say this. You have to decide what you want to accomplish with your book. Do you want it to make money? Are you writing your book to make money? Is that your motivation, to sell a lot of books? What is your motivation in writing this? Or are you writing it because you have something that you want to say and you don't care if it sells or not? And the reason I'm talking about this is because I've had several people, I remember this one kid in particular. Kinghuman, I want to write an ebook on how to hit a baseball. And I just couldn't talk him out of it. I mean, I'm going nuts with this kid. I'm going, dude, what do you want to accomplish with this book? Well, I want to sell 1 billion copies and be able to drive a Ferrari. And I'm going, you're not going to even sell a single copy of this book, How to Hit a Freaking Baseball. People, it's not an in-demand topic. It's not thought through. You haven't done any research. Go out there and see how many other people are selling millions of copies of their book on how to hit a baseball. It just will not happen, you idiot, you. But this kid, you couldn't wave him off. So if that's your passion project, you want to teach people how to hit a freaking baseball, that's something different. But if your expectation is to write this book, put it on Kindle, and you're going to have 1 million people come and buy it, you're delusional. So you have to understand the market. You have to understand the niche you're going after. Are you going after a broad-based niche? Or are you going after a sub-niche that is so small you're the only person in it? So understand your path. Know where you're going. Once you have a book that you think is going to be popular and you think you're going to make money with, do those two things. Hire a publicist and do some press releases. Now, Kinghuman, how do I hire a publicist? Google is your friend. Again, just Google how to hire a book publicist. Or, okay, I can feel myself going into another rant. Now, the reason I'm on the edge of a rant is because of the emails I've been getting lately from people that just do not want to put in the time or the effort to think for themselves. I don't want to get into it, but it's making me a little mental. And it just started all of a sudden. I started getting these emails. Easy questions that can be answered with a simple Google search. I'm not your Google search facilitator. I'm not your graphic user interface for Google. Don't email me and ask me to do your work for you, you idiots. Okay, sorry, because you're probably not one of those people that's doing that, but I am just going nuts. All right, so Kinghuman, let's get back on topic. What ebook should I write about? I mean, it could be anything. Right, here's my idea that I actually wanted to do, and I never did it, but I wanted to write an ebook on alien UFO abduction. How I was abducted by aliens, and instead of them probing me up the ass, they forced me to probe them up the ass. Just some weird off random thing that would totally make people go, what the hell, But things like aliens, UFOs, all of that stuff is big. I mean, there's a big following. I mean, I was on TV the other day and I saw a whole TV channel that was devoted to Bigfoot, UFOs, and ghosts. And it was all one program after the other of aliens and UFOs and I mean, it was such bizarre nonsense. But somebody put this shit together and made a TV show out of it and sold it to this network. There's a hungry market for this idiotic nonsense. That one show I watched it all, the whole thing. I was laughing my ass off. It was about aliens on Mars. And they would show these blurry Martian landscapes of shadows. And I kid you not, they would zoom in on the shadow and go, look at the way that's shaped. That is a nuclear missile a deployment silo. I mean, the leaps of logic. Look at this one. It's a satellite dish on Mars. Look at the structure underneath it. Look at the thing protruding from the satellite dish. And it's just this blurry shadow. I mean, these people are idiots. But you know what? They were geniuses, because what they did was they took something that appeals to a segment of lunatics, and they packaged it and they marketed it and they sold it to a freaking network, and they made money. So you can sell anything with the right marketing. So there it is. You know, think of what you can go after. Think of the book that you can write, or the series of books that you can write. You know, I know there's money in it. I did it way back in the day. I made huge money with my books on Amazon. I wrote my own books, and the way I got into it was I was actually challenged by a friend of mine. He actually challenged me. He said, yeah, you know so much about it. Why don't you write a book about it and see if you could sell it? Nobody would buy my book. Are you crazy? Dude, I made so much money selling those books that I wrote. And I didn't start out writing my own books. I started out, here's a digression. Here's how I started out. I was on eBay. This was many, many years ago. And there was a guy selling the rights to his best-selling paperback book. He had sold it in Borders and all those bookstores, I can't even remember the names of them, for years. And sales were trailing off, and he didn't know what to do. So he said, you know what? I got an idea of how I could probably make some extra money. I'm going to sell the rights to my best-selling paperback book. Now, in those days, digital ebooks were just coming out. It was a brand new thing. That's how long ago this was. So I'm on eBay, I look at this thing and I go, wow, I can buy this best-selling book and resell it? This is a best-selling paperback. I had no idea what I was going to do at the time, but I snapped it up. And it sat on my shelf for a while until I finally dusted it off and I said, you know what, let's get to cracking. So I made a digital version of that book, because all he sent me was a text file. So I digitized it and I formatted it into this really interesting digital book format, and I actually got some images that I put into it and I made it nice. Basically what I did was I repackaged it and I put it on Amazon, which was just starting to come out and sell books. So I put it on Amazon under his title, but I put revised digital updated edition with illustrations. And it sold like crazy. It made me bank. And that's how I started realizing there's money in these books. Digital, physical books. There's money in it if you go after it the right way. So there it is. Do it, don't do it. I don't care. I don't give 1/5 of a half-eaten shit. It's up to you, but you got to take action and you got to follow through. That's it. All right, guys. You know, next week I'm going to talk to you guys about one of my guys who has actually written a book. And it's going to be on Amazon, and it's going to be a physical book. I think this guy's going to be big. So next week, Monday, I'm going on vacation, going back to Vegas. Woohoo! And I'm going to go get nuts. And it's way overdue. I had to postpone my Vegas trip this month for an extra week. You don't want to hear this. I'm rambling on. I don't know why, because I'm excited about going to Vegas. I got to get out of here. I get mental if I'm in here too long. So, all right, guys, maximum respect. Donate a few bucks to help us kid at St. Jude's Research Hospital for Kids. What could be better? I don't know. All right, go away. You're annoying me. And don't ask me to do your research for you. I don't work for free. I don't work for you. Do your own work.